everyone. Wish you a blessed Chinese New Year of the Ox. Everyone wishes for an auspicious and prosperous year from the very beginning of each year. So, to many Chinese, celebrating Chinese New Year the correct way is crucial. You might have forgotten what cannot be done during Chinese New Year, or you might not even be aware of those taboos, because some of the traditions might not have passed down to the younger generation, or probably traditions and beliefs might have been disregarded gradually over time. Let's see if you know some of the taboos. It's game time. We're gonna play Kahoot. If you are using a computer now to watch YouTube, then you can click on the plus symbol sign to create a new tab. And then you key in Kahoot.it, and you should be able to see this screen asking you to key in the game pin. Let me explain how it works. You will see the question on this screen, which is the screen that you are watching the live now. And you have to give your answer on your Kahoot screen, which means you need to swap these two screens in order to see the questions as well as to give your answer. Okay, now you go to Kahoot.it, and I'm gonna share my Kahoot screen now. Just hang on a sec. Gotta stop share. Oh dear, how to stop share? And okay, now you can see. Okay, let's do a demo first. We practice and do a demo to let you know how it works. Okay. So this is a demo. So the game is going to start, but it's a demo. So this is a question. Is it okay and do not need to be avoided during Chinese New Year? So if you think the answer is false, then false is on the blue bar. So on your Kahoot screen, you click on the blue bar, which is your answer. So here, okay, then I will tell you whether this is correct answer or not. And this screen will tell you who is the winner. So this is just a demo. So we will go to the real game. Okay, so have you all gone to the Kahoot.it? And I'm gonna give you the game pin. Hold on a second. Okay, loading game pin. Now you key in the game pin 4080425. Key in the game pin and then key in your nickname. Once you have entered the game, your nickname will show on my screen. Okay, I see one person come in on. We are waiting for more players to join. Calvin, yeah, welcome, Calvin. And oh, Dad, D-A-D-D. And more, we welcome more to come on board. Yeah, why? Okay, B Hong, Eileen. Okay, so we're waiting for more people to come on board and play together. Just key in the game pin on Kahoot.it. The game pin is 4080425. And oh, CNY, Chinese New Year. And then you key in your nickname. Once you enter the game, your nickname will appear on my screen. So the screen that you're looking at, which is my screen, you will see the question here. And you have to give your answer on your Kahoot screen. So hope everyone is clear. You have to swap these two screens, one to see your question and the other one to answer. Should we wait for more people to come on board? I think during the game, you can still join in, but you're gonna miss the first few questions. Okay, Tan LP is here. We're gonna have 10 questions. So if you want to score high, you have to answer them correctly. And the speed you give your answer will also affect your score. So be quick and be precise. So I'm gonna repeat again. You go to Kahoot.it and key in the game pin 4080425 and give a nickname to join. Now we have 8 players. Let's start the game. Okay, I'm gonna start the game. Seven answer, 8 answer. Okay, we can skip. Everyone has answer. 9 answer. We have more players coming in. Okay. Another 4 seconds. Okay. How many have answered it correctly? 3. And see who scored the highest. Okay, so next question. Oh, we have more players joining in. Ooh, 12 answer. 13. Let's skip. Question number 3. I'm gonna shorten the length for you to answer the question. I think 1 minute is too long for you. Okay, most of you got it right. And see who is still the winner. Oh, you are brilliant. Now we have more players join in. Oh, it's interesting to see the answer. So question number 5. Two more seconds. I think someone missed answer the question. Okay. Question number 6. Wow. Question number 7. Most of you got it right. Wow. Chinese New Year. Number 1. You're now number 1 now. Oh, seems the questions are quite difficult for you. Okay. Question number 9. Okay, now we are going to have the last question. Okay, let's see. Who is the winner? TBL. Number 3. On the number 2. And the winner is TNY. And the runner-up. Number 4 is Y. And number 5 is Bihor. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen now. So you all have played the game and you know yourself. Do you know the taboos of Chinese New Year? Do you think that you know all of them? And if your name doesn't appear on the podium, it's okay. After all, it's just a game. And we're gonna go through all the questions now. In fact, I still remember when I was young, my parents told me to put away the scissors, fingernail cutter, needles, and brooms and keep them out of sight so that there would not be any cutting, needlework, and sweeping of the floor on the first day of Chinese New Year. And no rubbish could be thrown into the bin outside of the house on the first day of Chinese New Year too. My parents were pretty concerned about using good and lucky words at conversation, which symbolize good fortune. So I used to be extremely cautious about the words coming out from my mouth. So cautious that at times I would rather keep my mouth shut for fear of saying the wrong words. The word death or die is considered unlucky and definitely to be avoided. And so are black and white clothes, because black and white clothes are normally worn at funerals. Furthermore, being angry, quarreling, and crying is unacceptable during Chinese New Year. Seeing doctors and cutting hair are not advisable too. As far as I know, some people even avoid washing clothes and washing hair on the first day of Chinese New Year. It is believed that good luck would be washed away. And when washing dishes, we have got to be very careful so as not to break the plates, bowls, or cups. And people will try to pay off their debts between friends and family before Chinese New Year, because it is said that owing people money during Chinese New Year would cause them keep borrowing money for the rest of the year, which is obviously no good because people are pretty much facing financial crisis that they have no choice but to borrow money from others. Can you think of other taboos? You are welcome to post it on the YouTube chat. And it is not Chinese New Year without the red packets. We used to call it ang bao. However, since year 2014, more than 16,000 trees are used each year to make 320 million red envelopes for Chinese New Year. And that's just in Hong Kong. Isn't that figure shocking? How about Malaysia, Singapore, and not to mention China? How many trees would be sacrificed for the red packet? Do you dare to reuse the red packets you received last year? For the younger audience, would you mind receiving the recycled ang pao envelope? And do you dare to stop buying Chinese New Year decoration? Instead, create the decoration with the old red packets? We may need to spare a thought for the impact of our actions on the environment. In addition, food is inevitable during festival. In Malaysia, every day, at least 3,000 metric tons of food, which is still fit for consumption, has turned into food waste. And this amount rises during festive seasons. During Ramadan in year 2018, some 600 metric tons of food waste has been recorded. What about Chinese New Year? What do you think? Is it gonna be less than these 600,000 metric tons? Obviously, there is huge food waste during Chinese New Year period as well. In Malaysia, 85% of waste are landfill. Landfills emit methane over time, and methane contributes to climate change, which is 23 times worse than carbon dioxide. Well, traditionally, lots of food needed to be prepared during Chinese New Year to symbolize abundance and prosperity. However, lots of this food would finally go to landfill. So, would you dare to prepare less food for Chinese New Year? Would you dare to consume less food? Would you dare to cut the food waste to zero during Chinese New Year? Furthermore, before Chinese New Year, spring cleaning is essential. And traditionally, the annual spring clean is all about sweeping away bad luck. However, we might just be sweeping away the bad luck to our landfills. One way to avoid landfill is to recycle and give the waste a second life. Let's listen to our green heroes sharing.
This is Chris from Penang Lembakuda Recycling Education Center. We have volunteer brother Chun Jie. He is with the trucking team who go out to various recycling points and business commercial units to pick up their recyclables mainly cardboard. And here is his sharing on especially when the recyclables peak during Chinese New Year and the demands from home can also sometimes overwhelming. But instead, Junjie has always tried to go out with the lorry team.
Hello，家姐各位好，阿弥陀佛，我是槟榔泡面会环保教育站的志工柯俊杰，我做环保本差不多有5、6年啦，我是做了李超平师兄做环保的，了16年点声咧，我人本有是环保的啦，了无 MCO 点声咧，真正是钱也无用，钱也无用咯，收环保，使讲早起有阵时10点收到暗暝6点到放假，做了本是5、6年了，所以讲若有闲来讲咧，我就有去做资源环保回收的。我是无惊垃圾哦，因为做安尼侪年，我本关系了，垃圾是一个心理啊啦，假是一个资源个了，一样不分类好势好势。写清气个了了的，有诶丁不是写清气个了了的，了我人本是收到真关系了的，我无感觉丢垃圾哦。商人有讲嘛，付出无所求，所以讲我是无类，特别我本是用我的力去资源回收，去帮助有需要的人哦。
So thank you, Brother Junjie. He actually was diagnosed with depression many years ago due to business going two ways with his partners and also falling out of relationships. He's still recovering, and through his involvement in Tzu and Tzu activities, he says he's very grateful for the chance to relive his path. Especially in the last few years, he said even though he doesn't have a lot of money in his pocket, this is the time where his mother is most grateful and most at ease and at peace because the mom knows that the son is on the right path. When he was younger, he was involved in various illicit activities. Even though he can earn a lot of money, but it doesn't create peace and harmony to the mom. So mom and son now stays together and they're very happy with what they have.
Oh, thank you, Brother Tunjie and Sis Chris. We are blessed to have the green hero to contribute their time and effort to save rubbish from going into landfill. There are few more who are even doing recycling on the first day of Chinese New Year. Let's listen to their sharing.
We can feel the festive in the air. A lot of volunteers will be busy at home, cleaning their houses, maybe sending gifts also during this year, but limited due to the COVID pandemic. But there's a team of volunteers at the Lembakuda Environmental Protection Center that will come by every day without fail for 365 days, and even if 366 days, they will also still come by. One of them, his name is Chu Guan, volunteer there, call him Akok Su Xiong. He's sharing.
阿弥陀佛，我是王主元，我来环保站有成10年了。我搭日本教会，拄位破病无来，182点声，我着牵说，我去医，迄7月你无来，了6月25号拍尾长期末，我8号就来了，我8号来，逐人叫我莫来，我同学来尔，我本无力通行，我来了，我落尾家己的换摩托来了，同学本免掠了。大马站做工是真好诶，哪做哪精神，叫做有病做甲无病。环保站就福地来、福地来，有老人咧带来，行行诶，做工讲话，本来身体健康，病本无去。今年真侪老人来，像我啦，连平师兄阿公，逐日分到5点几到转。真正我本来我无停诶，规年冬天我毋捌停诶。对讲破病个来讲，我一日无来就袂了。MCO 点啥查某囝莫我来，我本袂使讲无来，我定得要来。我甲伊讲无来，我就消去了，我定得要来，我规日消到环保站。环保站做工真好，真精神，感恩大家感恩，阿弥陀佛。
There's another volunteer, So Lian Ping. Here is his sharing.
大德伊拉个是日产即个回收的物件来环保站，但是环保站无接触工作迄边用 duty 来讲 人下咗每味口，所以一節裏面啦，如果是無去稱嚟講啊，歡樂三節裏邊迄每都未開啊。今年因為 MCO 無擺正，所以我會去環保站。
Brother Chu Guan says that Environmental Protection Center is a sacred place for cultivation. Spiritually and physically, one get better and stronger, especially if one has illness. When one comes to the Environmental Protection Center and service without any condition, sickness will be kept at bay. Thank you.
感恩 Brother Ako, Brother Li Ping, and Sis Chris. So, do you dare to do recycling during Chinese New Year and turn rubbish into gold? Some people might think that it is unlucky to attend funerals during Chinese New Year. In fact, my mother passed away on the 9th day of Chinese New Year, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 9th day of Chinese New Year. And but it was a few years ago. I feel so grateful that many Tzu Chi volunteers attended my mother's wake and funeral as well. Now, let's listen to a volunteer sharing.
Hi, good morning, brothers and sisters. Ami 4. My name is Cindy. I belong to group FM 10409. I would just like to share briefly about Chunian during the Chinese New Year. As we all know, there might people who are still superstitious about going Chunian during Chinese New Year. As for me and my family, we have experience. We attended Chunian even on the first day of Chinese New Year. I still remember my mother-in-law, who is over 80 years old, also followed me for the Chunian some years ago, and it is during the first day of Chinese New Year. Master reminded us that Chunian is to respect and to chant for the deceased. By that way, the deceased may rest in peace. And I find that in this way, this is also a little contribution. I can say it's a charity contribution for Chunian. We go for the Chunian during the first day of Chinese New Year without any thought. It's only a simple mind that we want to do chanting for the deceased with our sincere thoughts only. It's the mind in our hearts that we want to do that, simple as this. Well, there are still people commented in Hokkien, Pantang. They will say Chinese New Year is our big Chinese day, and we will fall into bad luck if we do something no good. But it's proven to all of us. Well, if we are superstitious about it, you see, after paying respect and do the chanting, we still go back home in one piece. And it's normal, and we don't see anything different happen to us. So brothers and sisters, let's not be superstitious, yeah? Do while we can do, go while we can go. Also benefits both parties, as Master said. Why not, if we can transfer merits to the deceased at the end day when we do the chanting, and also automatically gain merits for our unselfishness chanting? It is really benefits both parties. I think that's a wonderful little action we can contribute for Chunian. That's all for my sharing. Kan En for listening.
Kan En, Sis Cindy. So, would you dare to do what Sis Cindy did? What do you think? Chinese New Year is a time for reunion, and Tzu Chi volunteers have a bigger family to reunion. This family is called Dharma family. Let's listen to a small family of 4 who reunited with a larger Dharma family at Jingsi Abode at Hualien during Chinese New Year.
Hi, I'm Wenxiang.
Hi, I'm Jesselyn.
Hi, I'm Melinda.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Today, we would like to share our experience on spending our time during 2018 Chinese New Year in Jingsi Abode. In 2018, we decided to migrate to Australia. Before leaving Malaysia, we took this opportunity to visit Sangren in Hualien. Unfortunately, a week before Chinese New Year, an earthquake struck Hualien. Nevertheless, we still made our decision to visit Hualien and to show our support. Even when the time we were at Jingsi Abode, we could still feel the aftershock.
We were there to promote JingSi Products. We made cocoa and maui cookies to share with visitors. On the first day, we have visited Hualien Tzu Hospital and Hualien Jingsi Tang. This time, we experienced the real scenes of Tzu Hualien, just like what we always seen through Da'ai TV. The places are wonderful and full with Tzu humanity culture. In the morning, you could hear birds chirping and insects tweeting. The weather in Hualien during February is comfortable. During the time, Melinda was 10 and Kathy was 7 years old. I was a bit anxious and worried about them, as they were still young and could not adapt to Tzu etiquettes. However, I was wrong. There were so many kind and caring Dharma families helping me to look after them.
My part was to take photos of the progress and the Chinese New Year decorations in Jingsi Abode. It is very lively during Chinese New Year as visitors and Dharma families from around the world would come back together and celebrate this festival as one family. There were a lot of programs to participate in. Early in the morning, we were able to listen to Master Cheng Yan's talk in Fotang.
At first, my daughters were excited but nervous at the same time, as they don't have experience to interact with so many other Sigu Sipo and masters. They were stunned when they saw Sangren and don't even remember about how to greet Sangren. One thing that I noticed was they behaved well when they were in Tzu uniform. They went with me to listen to Sangren talks. I am grateful that they learned Tzu etiquettes in Renwen Xuexiao. They were able to adhere with it easily. I understand that kids are learning from their experience and notifications, and this is a wonderful experience in their life.
This was the first time Kathy and I visited Jingsi Abode, and we were so lucky that we have the chance to spend a few nights there. Sleeping on the floorboard was hard, even though there was a thin layer of mattress. It did not bother me at all, as I was exhausted after spending the whole time exploring and running around the abode. It was a good experience. The scenery in Abode is very beautiful and relaxing. I like the vegetable farms, 法华波道, even the buildings and the Chinese New Year decorations. Of course, I helped in preparing the ingredients for the promotion and served the guests as well.
I enjoyed the foods there. I met a black dog and 2 kittens when I was wandering around in the abode. I saw the black dog at the Tzu pottery workshop. It was a big-sized dog. I was told that the kittens were saved from the earthquake by one of the Shifu. Shifu built them a house made out of boxes and lantern hanging above from the boxes. The lantern and the house were all handmade. I was bitten by Xiao gang, and it was very itchy.
I played station games and that other Dharma families set up and received many souvenirs from Shifu and Shigu Shibo. Some of the games include riddles, making our own lanterns, and drawing competition. The most unforgettable thing that happened to me was when Shifu asked me about my wishes, and I told her that I wished to become a Ziji commissioner like my parents. Shifu advised me to listen to Master Cheng Yan's talks. When I was in the abode, I spent some of my time visiting the Shifu and her pottery workshop. She told me fascinating stories of the time before Master Cheng Yan founded Ziji.
I have learned the beauty of etiquettes of Ziji as I have to follow the rules and regulations when I was there. For example, lining up, making the bed after using, taking quick showers, and eating etiquette. The most unforgettable thing that happened was meeting Shigong and the mermaid Shigong patting my head. I hope that we could still have the chance to visit the abode again as I really enjoyed doing volunteer jobs and I wish to visit the two cute kittens again. Moreover, I miss the food there too.
I couldn't forget the time when we were leaving. Shifu prepared food and repeat exhortations to come back for visits. I felt touched and warmed.
This Chinese New Year was different from the past year as we were celebrating in the abode. We felt calm when celebrating the festival, especially spending our precious time with masters and Dharma families. Thank you and Kan'en for giving us this opportunity to share our experience here.
It is not possible during COVID-19 pandemic to travel to Hualien at the moment. In near future, when the pandemic is totally over and become history, would you dare to arrange a trip to celebrate Chinese New Year at Hualien Jingsi Abode? It is said that the very first thing you do on Chinese New Year is of the utmost importance for the rest of the year. Let's listen to a volunteer sharing about what she did the very early morning of Chinese New Year.
Good day, brothers and sisters. Amitabha, Jingsi disciple, Xie Ju, Dharma name Chi Yi, from group P18 FM 10409, Penang, Malaysia. I'm honored to have this opportunity to share my past experience, the joy of celebrating Chinese New Year online with our beloved Shangren, Jingsi Sifu, and all brothers and sisters who came online on this auspicious day of the year. I always felt great that we are able to get connected and able to wish everyone at Jingsi, especially our beloved Shangren, on this first day of the year. Although time does not permit me to go back to Jingsi to celebrate New Year with Shangren and everyone there, but at least I'm able to get connected and able to wish Master Happy New Year and wish Master stay in good health, keep spinning the Dharma wheels through online. We also get to wish and exchange good wishes with all our local Dharma brothers and sisters who came on this New Year event. It really gave me a great feeling of joy for being able to be together and get connected as a family. I always look forward to attend this biennial event.
Although I have to wake up very early, but I felt it is worth for making such an effort to wake up so early and have to be at Jingsi Tang at around 4 a.m. before the morning chanting session starts. In fact, the moment we arrive at Jingsi Tang, that is our spiritual home in Penang, I already felt that I'm home celebrating New Year with family members. Jingsi Tang always well decorated and gave a serene New Year atmosphere. Penang event schedule starts after the morning chanting and followed by Master's Discourse known as 上人开示. During the Penang online event, everyone was excited, well dressed with our Tzu Chi formal uniform. Example, Sư Jie will put on Chi Pao with coat, and so as Sư Xiong. Everyone looked so 庄严 and fussy. After the Penang online event, then some of the Faching have to leave for their family events, and some will stay back for photography session. Posting at almost every decorated corners of Jingsi Tang. Everyone enjoyed taking group photos or personal photos. Though the whole event took about 3 to 4 hours of my time, but I felt it was a joyful moment that I spent on this online event during this auspicious day. With no regrets, it also gave me a chance to recharge my spiritual energy on this very first day of the year. And this is my sharing. 感恩. Wish everyone good health, stay safe, and happy to all to want a better year ahead. 感恩 阿弥陀佛.
感恩 Sis Anne. So would you dare to challenge yourself to wake up early in the morning on the first day of Chinese New Year and wish Shangren and Dharma family from around the world a peaceful New Year? And at the same time, gather the great positive energy for the rest of the year. Chinese New Year to many people means resting from work, visiting relatives, gathering with friends, eating and drinking. But to some volunteers, it means something much more.
Hello everyone, my name is Jiang Hui. I'm one of the resident volunteers in the Penang Dialysis Center, known as PGDC, PG for Penang, DC Dialysis Center. And no, it does not mean that we stay at the dialysis center being resident volunteers. It just means that among our volunteer duties, we place importance on attending to PGDC needs first before all else. We often hear of recycling volunteers passing Chinese New Year doing recycling. Here we have a handful of volunteers who will volunteer for duty at PGGC during Chinese New Year. The dialysis center has to stay open even during Chinese New Year, and there will be visitors to the center in the process. That is why we need volunteers during the Chinese New Year. It all started when the dialysis center moved into the new building in 2015, the present building. Before that, Penang City Dialysis Center has been operating in a much smaller place, but because we get more and more patients, there was a need to move to a much bigger building. This new place is a multi-story building with 3 upper floors allocated to dialysis patients. Some of you may have visited us before, but for those who have not, the 6 to 7 story building boasts of a spacious ground floor, complete with a 3-dimension sculpture of Buddha caring for the sick. Water gently cascades down the background and flows into a tranquil pool at the foot of the sculpture. It is so beautiful. This is our center of attraction. Water features very much here because, firstly, Dharma is like water. It cleanses our wisdom life. And secondly, physically, the dialysis patient needs a lot of water during each session of dialysis treatment, something like 240 liters for each session. So we say that water here is important for both physical life and spiritual life. Come Chinese New Year, some volunteers will be on duty. Excitedly, we would claim our slot for these few days. There is a volunteer here who will do duty on the first day of Chinese New Year without fail, before joining her family for the rest of the Chinese New Year. You may ask why? Because it is a very good opportunity for us to create good affinity with our visitors. These visitors may be our donors and supporters, or even the public who just wanted to see this new place for themselves. In the beginning, we had quite a good crowd when the building was spanking new. The volunteers wanted to share with them our joy for this new center. Among other things, to show them that their donations have been put to good use, such good use. And to thank them personally for their support. It is also to share with them more about Tzu, things like how 50 cents of our bamboo bank era made Tzu what it is today. The opportunity to interact in this way is endless. This is what we treasure most. During the Chinese New Year, we gave out oranges and even sweets to the children visiting, and served tea and tidbits to the adults, etc. Chinese New Year is a period of joy, and here we are able to spread good cheer around. Our innate nature finds happiness in seeing the happiness of others. After this first experience, we were filled with Dharma joy, so that after that, we signed up for duty year after year. Here, I will leave you with this thought. We may not do very great things, but we can still do small things with much joy and enthusiasm, which can be infectious. Kanen to everyone, and blessings to all. Happy Chinese New Year.
Kanen, Sis Kang. So would you dare to step out of your comfort zone and volunteer at Tzu during Chinese New Year? Not only older volunteers will do that, but there are also small and young volunteers who are willing to spend their Chinese New Year a special way. Let's check it out.
Hi, 师姑师伯们，阿弥陀佛。My name is Huang Yunfei. I am 8 years old. I am a small volunteer at JingSi Book Cafe. I followed my mom on duty at JingSi Book Cafe when I was 4 years old. I have gone through training in order to qualify to be a small volunteer. I love to spend my time there is because I get to know many 师姑师伯 who teach me a lot of things like welcoming guests, servicing customers, stock replenishment, and cleaning work. As a small volunteer at JingSi Book Cafe, my duty is to welcome and greeting the guests when they step in to the cafe. I will pass them shoes bag to put their shoes in the bag to keep our cafe environment clean. Then I will lead the guests to the seats and start recommending menu and taking order. Then mommy will serve the drinks to the guest. I will do the cleaning when the guest leaves, and sometimes I will assist Joey 姐姐 to wash the cups and plates when she is busy. I enjoy being a small volunteer because besides on duties at cafe, there are many activities organized by Fiona Sigu for us. I remember in year 2018, we learned drum for Jingsi Qingxing Song performance for Mother's Day celebration. We performed the story of Si Tai Sang Ren. We served tea to our parents to express our gratitude to them for raising us up. There's a study group for small volunteers to attend once in a month. I enjoy learning and happy to meet my friends and Sigu Sibo. Many memories I had during these 4 years of small volunteer life. I miss my friends and Sigu Sibo. I wish I can come back to see you all very soon. I really miss all of you and I love you. 感恩.
Little Yunfei started volunteering at the age of 4. Such a lovely girl. There is another teenager who will be giving the last sharing by recording.
Hello everyone, my name is Angie. I'm 16 and I'm currently studying in UW-KDU Penang. As a volunteer in Jingsi Books Cafe, I'm going to share my experiences and thoughts. In my opinion, Jingsi Books Cafe is a platform for me to learn and discover new things. Normally, I'll spend my Saturday at Jingsi Books Cafe. This is because volunteering at Jingsi Books Cafe allows me to interact with people from different parts of the world. In addition, I always feel that it's my pleasure to serve them because I can always learn something valuable from them as each and everyone here have their own stories. Once in a while, they will share about obstacles they have been through and their regrets in life. From there, I get to constantly remind myself what's my priority and focus right now, learning from their experiences, and this is how I improve myself. Besides that, I will also take the opportunity to encourage vegetarianism during my hours there. If time permits, I will share about my own experiences as a vegetarian, hoping that they will be able to understand that animals are friends, not food, and join me in the path of righteousness. Moreover, I will entertain myself during my free time by reading master's books, especially during times when I'm lost. It always brings me to the right path. Furthermore, I will also anticipate events organized by Jingsi Books Cafe, particularly Chinese New Year event. We will hand over Mandarin orange that symbolize good fortune to each other, wishing everyone a great year ahead. To add, I'm extremely grateful to have the chance to be a volunteer in Jingsi Books Cafe as I get to broaden my vision by doing something meaningful. In a nutshell, I feel that being able to volunteer at a place with such a tranquil ambience is just a blessing. Before I end my sharing, I would like to wish each and every one of you a happy and prosperous Chinese New Year. Finally, thank you for listening and have a great day.
These young volunteers are the hope of our future. Since young, they have learned to be altruistic. Our society will be blessed with more and more people who are willing to give out their love. No matter what we did, the ultimate goal is to have an auspicious year ahead. It cannot be achieved without everyone's effort to remain vigilant and make pious vows. Here is Master Chen Yan's Jingsi aphorism. Society needs love, and everyone needs love. Love is the greatest blessing in our life. Let's work together, hand in hand, and emerge everyone's great love and kindness in order to eliminate disasters and sufferings. Let the world be filled with peace and joyfulness. Do you know that you can still send out love when you are sleeping? Donate through 慈济, and your love is not gonna come to a halt because 慈济 volunteers around the world keep spreading the great love around the clock. Scan the QR code and your love is spread. I'm gonna play some Chinese New Year songs, and while you are enjoying the songs, I cordially invite you to scan this QR code on the right-hand side of the screen and give feedback on the sharing today. The best 10 feedbacks received by midnight of tomorrow will be awarded Jingsi vouchers. So make sure you leave your contact number in the Google form. Last but not least, wish all of you be blessed with health, wealth, happiness, and most of all, wisdom. 感恩